Hi folks, and welcome to the Little Turkey Garage and Observatory. This is part 2 of what started out as the repair of my leaking rear axles. In part 1, I disassembled the right axle housing to expose the leaking oil seal. Here you see the inside of the differential housing and the right brake band. I didn't want to get debris inside the differential, so I fabbed up a cover out of some plastic sheeting. To remove the brake band, I'll start by removing the return spring that's attached to the foot pedal. Once that spring's out of the way, then I'll be able to remove the linkage that attaches the foot pedal to the actuator. A little cotter pin here, pull that out. Once that's out, I can pull the pin that attaches that linkage and it drops down. Next, I'll remove the actuator hold-in. It's just a bolt that's attached to a brass retainer, and the retainer can then allow the actuator to be removed. Actually, what I first need to do is to remove the inspection plate from underneath the brake housing. Under the inspection plate is a pin that screws into the actuator and holds it in place. It's kind of like a set screw, but it's just a pointed screw. You'll see it when it comes out. This was a little tough to get off to begin with. And I had to put the breaker bar on to loosen that up. Once I've got it a little loose with the breaker bar, then I'll bring over the ratchet and take the set screw out completely. And finally, once that is out, I'll then be able to bring that actuator and pull it out. The actuator is surrounded by a couple of brass bushings. One is a regular brass bushing. The other is a little more complicated. It's a brass bushing that's also connected to the hold down for the actuator. You see how that set screw sets inside of the actuator to keep it in place. I'm pulling the pins out of the brake band. There's two of them, of course, one for each end. Once that second pin's out, the I guess I'd call it a yoke will drop out There it goes, dropped on the floor there. Now I'll remove the brake band. As I'm removing the brake band, you notice that one of the pads actually came unglued from or disconnected from the band itself. My original intent was to bring out the band all in one piece and rejuvenate it. I'd read that you can rejuvenate it, an oil-soaked band like that, by using a propane torch on it and burning off all the oil. Well, since the pads came off anyway, I might as well just order myself a couple new pads or a couple new brake bands. The brake bands are about $60 a piece. Now I'll show you the mess that's inside of here. That's a greasy muck that's just accumulated over the years from that leak. So next we'll do some scraping to try to get all of this gunk out of there, get it all cleaned up. Yeah. As exciting as this is, I'm going to speed it up pretty soon, so I won't waste your time watching me doing scraping and cleaning of this brake housing. Now I'm over at the parts washer and just giving everything a good cleaning in preparation for reinstalling everything. It'll be about a week until I get the new brake bands. And now we're continuing to clean out the brake housing, more scraping. Speed it up for your pleasure. Finally, we'll soak up as much as we can with paper towels. Also spraying it down with degreaser and also some diesel fuel that I just squirted in to the housing itself and then wiped it out. So now you see it all nicely cleaned out, or pretty well cleaned out. It's not perfect, but it's a whole lot better than it was. And I'll be ready to put the new brake band in, and also the new oil seal, and put the axle back in. Well, that's enough fun for this week. Now it's a matter of waiting for the parts to come in, and I can continue with the repairs. If you like what you saw, you might consider subscribing, or at least hitting the like button down below. Appreciate all of you, and thank you for your time.